some TV. And then Avelungu, they saw, no, this is a good duck. We must use him.
Bad. Yes.
Use him.
Yes.
So they came and they said, let's give you a franchise.
Ooh.
I was like, yeah, I've made it. Promised land. Meanwhile, that franchise was rid with pitfalls. That contract was designed to enshrine me in slavery
Again.
at another level.
Yeah.
Now you're at another level of business slavery where you've signed surety and you have no idea that you've signed your life away. They're basically saying, David, I'm giving you R1 million rent here. Go make me another $1 million. If you fail, you owe me $1 million. So
you're not sharing the responsibility of this burden.
It's a one-sided agreement. So franchise is most.
I've been there. I've owned a franchise.
You end up owing.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was bad. And then I had a whole collection of these articles I've written for Move and Drum. And I was like, okay, let me write a book. That's when I did my first book. It's called My Money, Chelete Yaka Imali Yami.
Yeah. And
that went to the market and it did pretty well. And then I fell into another pitfall of slavery. I'm just a money slave sometimes. Avelungu came and said, we're going to publish you. We're going to make you famous. Yeah. New York Times bestseller list. Sign this contract. We'll republish My Money.
And?
They republished My Money. In the contract, it said, I have to buy 5,000 copies of my own book at retail price.
Yes.
In the contract, it said all the marketing costs, all the distribution costs are taken from my earnings. So in the end, guess what? I owed them money for my own book. Whereas before, when I self-published, when I was broke or didn't have money, I'd pull into a Sasol, pull out some books, sell them
to people,
and I'd make money.
Yes.
So all these are things I learned. And then I was like, you know what? I've done business and I've been burnt. This is calling for a second book. And my second book is called Our Money. It's about starting a business, entrepreneurship, the law around business, taxation, franchises, contracts, understand contracts, who to employ. I went and I recruited family and I learned the lesson there. Don't employ your family. Do reference checks. Yeah. Because everybody.
You can never do really a reference check for your family because I know this guy.
I know them. And no, but it became a problem when they tell you. But yesterday we were together at the family function. That's why I'm late on Monday. Or they tell you, but Gerald, I don't have money to come to work. Yeah. Try tell that to Mr. Smith. I don't have money to come to work.
No, you don't even.
And I'm paying you a salary.
Yes.
So all these things make who I am. And I'm a father and I just love talking about money. What I do it with a passion. I don't get paid for it, but I enjoy it. I've got podcasts, I've got videos. And what I believe is that just like an investment where you put in something, you just have to let it vest. And the word vest means give it time. And then it will return to you.
We misunderstand that.
And then it will return to you.
Yeah.
That's the principle of money. Put in, vest, it comes back. Same thing in life. Put in good work, put in good networks, have good relationships. Don't burn your bridges. One day they will vest back to you.
That's it.
And suddenly things will pop up and suddenly you know things start happening. And I'm hoping it's coming soon. But for me, this is a passion. It's about saying, let's open our eyes, brothers and sisters. Let's realize that we are not in control of money. And what we see money as is stolen money. Because originally when the white man came to Mzansi, Van Riebeck and his crew, there was a Commonwealth system we operated under. We had a system. There was a chief, and we had a granary, which is our bank of food. We had our livestock, which is our bank of livestock. And everyone had a function in that common economy. Even the chief's wives, one was a healer, everyone had a particular skill. And certain families were known for their skill.
That's it.
And this is another thing I'd like us to start going back into, because I have a story to tell around that, because your bent, as the Bible says, is who you are.
That's it.
So you need to ask yourself, David, Ava Mashabela, who are they?
Yeah.
What did they do? And you find out, Kuti, under Shaka Zulu, they were counselors.
Yes, actually, there's those type of things. Yeah.
And then you see, no, that's why I'm on radio. Because in my blood, it's to counsel.
Yeah.
You find out certain family were warriors, police, soldiering. That is what they should be doing now. In my blood. there's teachers and pastors. So that's just educators and talkers. And that's my history. And I was like, okay, that's my family history. My dad worked for a broadcasting station. So communication was always our bent, but there was no money. I was like, I ain't doing this. I studied, and I was like, no, I'm going to do business. I'm going to be an architect. I'm going to be a financial planner, and I'm going to be rich. I'm not going to be like my dad with a studio and records all around him, playing records for fun.
Yes, you said your dad was in sound engineering.
I love music, but I was like, I ain't doing that ever.
Yeah.
And then I went, but here's the journey. My first job was a business development manager.
Okay.
My second job was an investment specialist. My third job was head of sales. But all those jobs ended up being communication-based jobs. So my calling has always been mfundisi or teacher.
Whether you like it or not, it keeps calling you back.
It keeps calling me back. And my grandfather was the first black man to read English on radio in Rhodesia.
Yeah.
He's got a certificate from the Queen Elizabeth saying, well done, Darky. You were the first black person to read English. There was even a certificate for that. But that's the confluence now. You now have a situation. Media, communication were always in me. When I was now down and out, what saved me?
Media and communication.
Media and communication.
Yeah.
So I just embraced it. I was like, you know what? I can't fight this anymore. Let me empower people about what I know. Because if I don't do it, I'm going to be a pastor or a teacher. But that's exactly what I'm doing. I am a pastor of money. So I'm telling you, stop this demonic behavior of putting on suits and buying cars before houses, because
we'll get there.
If you don't understand that, you are going to be a slave.
Let's start here. The biggest misunderstanding